Get more Temple Ice Hockey news by following at Temple Ice Hockey on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Hello and welcome. Happy Sunday to everyone watching at home. I am Taylor Snyder with TU Ice Hockey. On the call with me tonight is Dylan Coyle inside the benches and Mike Zingroni on color. And we got a good one here. Inter-conference play, ECHA play between the William Paterson University Pioneers going up against the Temple Owls. Temple Owls are 5-3 on the season. William Paterson entering tonight at a 2-1 record. And that goes in the net, a shot and a score. First strike of the game for WPU goes to Brett Connon. And William Paterson finds themselves on the board first here at the Igloo with 11:55 to play in the first period. A fast change of events. In net tonight for William Paterson University, Cole Mulholland. In net tonight for the Temple Owls, Ben Auerbach.
You know, that's never a good way to start a game. Pat Carroll telling his boys on the bench to get their head in the game. It was just a shot from the point. No one was pressuring him, and it went through traffic. And obviously that's hard to stop if you're Ben Auerbach. And the Owls are going to get an offensive zone faceoff right here, which is always good.
And right into the breadbasket of Mulholland. Stoppage of play here. 11:43 to go in the first period. Dylan, what can you tell me out of the netminder tonight for the Temple Owls, and what should we expect from that?
Well, Ben Auerbach, he's always been a prototypical number one goaltender, one of the best, if not the best, in the entire ECHA. But I will say, he's on a day's rest, which is going to help him or hurt him. You really can't tell when it comes to goaltenders. Sometimes they want to have a day's rest. Sometimes they want to keep going. There's a big hit right over here. Andrew Kaiser getting himself in the game early.
An important game note for tonight, number 14, wearing number 14 Aaron Crossan's jersey is not Aaron Crossan. It's Alexander Maglio making his debut. And William Paterson once again gets on the board with 11:14 to go. The strike from the right point. And just like that, the Temple Owls find themselves in a 2-0 deficit with 11:14 to play in the first. Fast play here early from WPU.
Yeah, Dylan, to your point, maybe that day off could have possibly hurt Auerbach because that looked like a glove hand save that he could have had or he usually does have.
You know, it's hard because that was a great shot from Cole Scully, and he just sniped it from the right circle. The puck was unattested against any other Temple player, and, you know, Maglio was actually being talked to by Pat Carroll on the bench, so nothing really he could do there. It's a bad start. There's nothing you can say about that except it's a bad start, and they really need to stop the bleeding.
And Bauer handling it for WPU. There to chase it is Thompson. Thompson around the alleyway. Ricochet off the boards. It was McDowell trying to beat him to it. There to chase, Barberini. Barberini backhand. Behind the net, Smedley. WPU. Now in the back alley, it's Blaine. High slot, shot right to the pad of Ben Auerbach off, and now moving is McDowell. McDowell, neutral zone, chips it to his teammate McDougal. McDougal, high slot, shot right to the pad, and chipped away by William Paterson. On the forecheck, 15, Smedley. Smedley shaking up pre-game, took a shot to the ankle out there too for the Temple Owls. And a stoppage of play offsides on the play with 16:24 to go in the first period.
Yeah, in the coach's corner, when I talked to Coach Carroll earlier today, he really wanted to emphasize, he wanted to make sure the boys brought energy today. They had a hard-fought weekend playing Villanova on Friday, playing Westchester yesterday, 2 physical games, 2 emotional games, and he just wanted the boys to find the last bit of energy to get out on this Sunday.
It's now Temple handling it. Janae plays off the boards down deep into the zone. No icing. Retrieving for WPU Huber. Off the board there to take it from the top right point. A shot from Rittenhouse. Out into the low slot. It was number 27, Mike Walker, trying to connect with Charles Giazza. And a face-off will come at the right circle. Net come off its mornings. Reason for the stoppage. Charles Giazza's out there, number 5, the captain. This is Nick Van Allen. Rittenhouse there joining him, Janae. This line was effective the other night versus Villanova at Hatfield Ice House on a Friday night. And in the back is Walker. Walker tried to send it to the slot, blocked down. Huber. Play off the boards through the neutral ice. It's Giazza. Breaks it up. Now Giazza pokes away, falls to his knees in twirling fashion. Huber with the pass. Up through neutral ice. Tried to hit King, Nicholas King. And an icing will be called against William Paterson with 15:40 to play in the first period.
Guys, Pat Carroll is not happy with the players on the bench. He just yelled at them to make sure that they play the puck when it's down low and they keep hold of it. If you're not having possession when you're forechecking or if you're trying to get a goal, that's not going to bode well for you offensively.
And a neutral draw there. A shot from Rittenhouse. That was left circle. Tried to do a wraparound opportunity. That was Will Green. Green now to Bowles. Bowles left dot. Easy chip play from Mulholland. William Paterson trying to get this out. Temple doing the opposite. Green had a stick on it. Eventually there to play for WPU. It's King. Now moving up through ice. It's the other King, Nick King. King around the alley. Rittenhouse and Bowles both got a stick in. Controlled by Green. A play off the boards. There to forecheck is Jack Pierce. Pierce overskated. Handling it is McCulney. McCulney bounces over the stick of Bowles. Down low chasing is Kroc. Can he beat him? Neutral. Off into the left corner. William Paterson will control to the left point. Kuiper. Kuiper down to the pads, low to Ben Auerbach. Easy save for him. Will Green there to play on defense. It's Rittenhouse, and now Green chips it in. 14:28 to go here in the first period. Shots are in favor of the visitors tonight, 6-4. Ondick now on for the Owls, back in action. Barberini plays it in.
Guys, I do want to point out Kyle Smedley is on the ice. He was hit by a puck in warm-ups, but obviously that does not seem to affect his playing time tonight.
Excellent, Dylan. Good to see number 15 out there for the Owls. He will have to play a big role if Temple wants to get back in this game. His gutsiness has been a big, big part of the Owls' success. And to chip in on the chase is LeBombard, the troop. Knocked down, glove down, Kaiser. LeBombard in the back to Kaiser. Kaiser down to the right face-off circle. Smedley let one go, left circle. Kyle Smedley had an open look, just couldn't connect. It's now Kaiser in the back circle. Trapezoid passing, Smedley tried to get it right back in there. WPU had other thoughts. It's going to go deep. Delayed icing coming against William Paterson. Another face-off will take place in the WPU zone.
Dylan mentioned Coach Carroll was yelling at the team, but it looks like they're responding a little bit. Obviously not getting a goal yet, but these last few shifts have been better. A lot of more of the play is down near the Pioneers' end, which is a good sign if they want to get back into this.
You know, this is a huge game because if you leave this game and you won the first game of ECHA play, a huge game against Nova, and then you end up on the side of you're one of the bottom teams in the league, in the conference, that's not a good look. You just needed to win one of the last two games to have a winning record so far through ECHA play. It's big. This is a big game because it's going to set the tone for the rest of the year for the Owls.
Especially after that big emotional win over Villanova. That win wouldn't mean any less if they lost this game, but it kind of takes the wind out of the sails losing the 2 games after that.
Almost like a bit of a hangover.
Yep.
A 5-4 win last night, as my colleagues mentioned, for the William Paterson Pioneers. They are 1-0 in ECHA play. Temple lost yesterday to Westchester University 6-1. They are 5-3 on the season. So William Paterson entering with an undefeated conference record. This would not the tables if Temple were to able to get a win tonight. It's McDougal tied up in the back. Hard on the puck right there was number 38, McDowell. Into neutral ice. Reed backs pedals. Now moving up. William Paterson. They got a 2-on-1 developing stick to stick. A nice block down by Janae and into the glove of Ben Auerbach. Great defensive play by Matt Janae. And we got 12:39 to go here in the first period. 7-4 in favor of William Paterson. A 2-0 deficit early for the Temple Owls. Not what they want. Boys, what do they got to do to get back in this one?
Well, you know, Gane pulling a Shane Gostisbehere right there. It's really nice to see that from him defensively. But you have a problem when the trailer is not actually going towards the third guy in because Bauer had a clear shot. Unfortunately for him, Ben Auerbach covered the puck.
It's Bauer trying to play to his teammate Conan. It's now Huber in the back corner. Huber, top left circle. Thompson lets one go, goes wide of the net. There to chase it is the Owls. It was Giazza, got twirled around again. Giazza playing up with Huber, WPU, forechecking nicely. And up wide to the right of the net of Ben Auerbach, got a stick on it, and into the glove eventually of Auerbach. He will freeze it with 12:04 to go in the first.
There's just a lack of skating here. They're not moving their feet in the defensive zone, and Charles Chiazza was the only one moving to it in the trapezoid. If you're not going back there, then what's the point? What's the point of trying to play defensively? They're just not getting any numbers fighting for the puck.
Especially after you kind of evened out the playing field a little bit the last few minutes. Now you just have a defensive possession where you do really nothing but standing around.
A shot from the left point, William Paterson. Letting it go was Kuiper. Kuiper had a goal last night in the win over Villanova. Green mishandled the puck, past blue line. It's now Rittenhouse, high slot, shot to the net, and the Mulholland couldn't get a hold of it. Puck still live. Controlling eventually for WPU, it's King, up through neutral ice. There to chase it down, Rittenhouse. Pierce out there for the Owls. Top left circle, chipped away. Couldn't get a good read on it. That was Kuiper. Cross ice, save played in by Skelly. Puck still loose, left circle. WPU plays back past the trapezoid. First to it is Rittenhouse. Sean Fowler, number 77. Rittenhouse, number 73, out there as well. Back pedals into neutral ice. A play off the boards. Fresh legs coming on for the Pioneers. And a stoppage of play with 11:05 to go. 9 shots in 5 compared to Temple's. Not nearly enough production from the Temple Owls early on in this game. Still plenty of time, though. A big second period in that game on Friday against Villanova did wonders for this Temple team. 2 great goalies in net tonight. Mulholland for the Pioneers. From Pompton Lakes, New Jersey, the product. It's Andrew Kaiser at the dot. Left circle for Temple. He will be taking the face-off. Skelly skating back on the ice. A miscommunication.
Yeah, William Paterson tried to sneak a fresh player on the ice.
And last year in the ECHA playoffs, we had something very similar happen. Dylan, do you remember what I'm talking about? A delay of game penalty called in the ECHA playoffs. It's LeBombard behind the trapezoid. On Dick, it's Mose back to where he came. LeBombard. A poke. Kaiser, first to beat him. Tangled up. Dipsy do, high slot Ondick. High slot again, Ondick lets one go off of Mulholland and played right. William Paterson gets it out, Ondick forced to retrieve. 10:31 to go in the first period. The Temple Owls down 2-0 to division foe William Paterson. A shot there from Janae, played off the boards, a ricochet. It's now Kaiser. Couldn't be beat. Puck went into the William Paterson bench, so that will result when a stoppage play with 10:19 to go here in the first.
I'm just curious how much energy this team sincerely has left in the tank. I mean, the Villanova game, that speaks for itself, rivalry, but Westchester yesterday, that was physical, emotional, and almost everything in between. So does this team have enough energy left?
Third straight game for the Owls, all ECHA eligible. Tough road for them indeed, Mike. Not the easiest draw. Luckily for them, they played 3 home games, although Friday's game didn't appear to be a home one. It was at Hatfield. Temple, home on the scoreboard. And then moving up cross ice, a centering pass there from Trifino. Could not reach. It was Ben Auerbach who got in front, and a stoppage of play will come. With 9:58 to play, first period. Not much has changed here if you're just now tuning in. Skelly with the mark for the William Paterson Pioneers. Second one of the game. A face-off. It's now Bowles. A ricochet off the boards around the alley. Eventually reaches a stick of a WPU player. Now moving up, neutral ice, it's McDowell. Snatched down. McDowell, puck at his skates. Tight roping is McDougal. He chips it in. Temple had a player offsides, can't forecheck, so now free ice for William Paterson. Picked off by McDowell in the high slot. McDowell able to keep it in. Left circle, plays around the alley. Picked up. Number 8, DeAngelis. DeAngelis a mark in the last time these two teams met last season. Fresh legs coming on. It's Bowles. Number 42 had a great game on Friday versus Villanova. Giazza, neutral ice, gets the puck deep. Mulholland, easy. Overskating, WPU. On the ice now, it's Mike Walker. Number 27, the freshman. Walker, a play around back. First to it, a centering pass into the low slot. A one-timer, follow-up opportunity. He scores. The Temple Owls cut the deficit to 1. It's number 27, Mike Walker.
Well, the William Paterson Pioneers are not going to be happy about it. They thought that puck was frozen underneath the goaltender, but the first man to get it was Mike Walker. That puck was loose. It was underneath the 5-hole, which wasn't completely closed, and that's just smart play. Charles Giazzo with a great shot, but getting that shot going is just an absolute beauty.
Great job not giving up on the play, as you mentioned, Dylan. That puck was still loose, but William Paterson didn't believe it, but the rest whistles is all that matters.
So with 8:44 to play here in the first, the Temple Owls are now only down by 1. 9-7, still in favor of the Pioneers, but much, much needed for the team that was struggling early in this game. It's now Paterson. Just playing a game of get it deep right now. Up the boards. First to it was Walker. Off the pad of Auerbach to the left circle. Played around back, broken up. It was Kuiper. Stick to it, Giazza. From the left point, didn't even reach. Bauer chasing. Around the back, retrieving Kuiper. And a stoppage of play will come. A William Paterson University player down on the ice and in pain. It's number 14, Tom Bauer, the forward.
It looked like a pretty rough collision on the boards there, but I don't know if it was the boards that got him or something else, because he doesn't seem like he's grabbing an area where the boards could have hit.
And Bauer in pain as he gets back to the bench. His teammates assisting him. Play back on here. 8:07 to go in the first period. Barberini. Stick to it was WPU. Eventually goes into the Temple zone. Left circle. Puck flying loose and shot right into the netting. Wrist shot style. That was number 6 deflection. Nick King. And to stoppage of play, a face-off will come at the left circle in the Paterson zone.
Matthew Guinea is coming on from Temple, and I just love the confidence he's been exuding all weekend long. He's been firing some slap shots ever since Nova, so look for him to be active today.
7:51 to play. Moving up, King. Tied up with him is Moses. Moses brought him down to the ground. Behind the trapezoid. And back there, it's King again. And a tie-up with Fowler. Now Fowler. A play off the boards. Tried to reach his teammate Pierce. Couldn't do that. At the trolley marks. To Janae. Janae cocks back. Puck goes deep. On the forecheck, it's Fowler. Beating him to it was WPU. Janae couldn't get a stick on it. Now it's King. Moving up past the right point. Broken up Moses. WPU waits their turn. Everyone onside. Moses, backhander. Played to his teammate Fowler. It's now Matt Janae, 7. William Paterson with a line change. And eventually reaching the stick. It's the high slot. Wide open chance. It's Brandon LeBombard. Goes top. Could not reach. A nice glove save by Cole Mulholland. Brandon LeBombard all alone. Nothing but open ice in the slot. A beauty save by number 29, Cole Mulholland, to keep this 2-1.
I believe that was Guinea with the lob pass. Just lobbed it over everybody and hit LeBombard right in stride. It was a good shot, but just a better save. But these last few minutes, Temple's been buzzing. It's a good answer after getting it down 2-0 early.
LeBombard with an aggressive play in the slot. Net came off its mooring, so a stoppage play will be applied with 6:46 to go. But to your point, Mike, excellent pressure here by the Owls. Definitely looking better in the back nine. It's Kaiser at the draw. Bowles, top left point, and into the net off the stick of Mulholland. A quick stoppage of play. As I mentioned, I'm Taylor Snyder on the call tonight for the Temple Owls. Mike Cingroni working the camera, doing color commentary. A Swiss Army knife tonight, and of course...
In a very vulnerable spot. I'm afraid I'm going to get hit by a puck.
And of course, last but not least, the manager, the head man in charge, the producer, Dylan Coyle inside the glass. It's William Paterson, left circle. Thought about going cross ice, blocked down Bowles. Paterson cocks back, moving with it Murray. Murray, backhand to his teammate, into the low slot, picked off. Temple moving with it, neutral ice, on Dick, zone entry. Offsides, delayed. Temple can't
I think
touch it.
there's going to be a penalty on Temple,
Oh, yeah,
maybe.
excuse me. Wasn't looking at the right way. There will be a penalty coming up against Temple.
Well, both the linesman and head ref had their arm up.
And a centering pass into the low slot. Tried to get the stick. I believe that was Braden Plain, but the delayed call will finally be applied. It's Temple guilty as charged. 2 minutes. 5:55 to play here in the first period. And Dylan, I'm going to send it to you inside the glass. Temple has done a very good job the past 5 minutes of bringing this close. Not exactly what they wanted right there.
Yeah, I'm going to try and figure out the exact reason that Ondick is in the penalty box. Not happy over here.
Here's what I think happened. When he was crossing the blue line, 2 William Paterson defenders collapsed on him. One lifted his stick, which means his stick went up in the air and it hit another William Paterson player in the face, and I think he might have gotten holding. Oh, a holding penalty. I thought he referenced high stick. But I don't understand how Ondick got a penalty, because when a ref raised his arm, he was in the middle of trying to get through 2 William Paterson defenders.
And top circle, left point to his teammate from the top. A shot there, slaying from the high slot. It was DeAngelis. And back into neutral ice. Good job by Temple on the kill with 1:44 to go on the Ondick guilty penalty. Temple put it deep. Paterson again. Stick to it, Will Green. Breakout, William Paterson, right point. In the trapezoid, Barberini. Tried to get it out, kept in by DeAngelis. Now moved around by William Paterson. This is the special teams unit. Now to stick, it's Bauer. Bauer, one-time shot to his teammate from the right face-off circle, winding up with it. Was Murray, couldn't connect. And back into neutral ice. William Paterson has to do the same old drill all over again, and we got 1:03 to play on that power play.
Charles Giazza just got all on from the bench. Will Green bench.
Now Paterson, high slot. DeAngelis let one go off the left pad of Auerbach behind the net. 52 to go. Paterson maintains. Left circle, it's Bauer. Bauer cocks one, tried to go top left over the stick of Auerbach. Still alive with 40 seconds to play on the power play. Now moving up, Bauer tried to go cross ice. It was Fowler there to block it out. Fowler able to chip it out, and William Paterson is forced to retrieve. Temple getting fresh legs on. It's Van Allen. A stoppage of play will come with 4:23 to play in the first and 28 to play on the Ondick power play.
Special teams is really going to make or break this game for Temple. On Friday, they had 3 power play goals against Villanova. Yesterday, they had 0, and they weren't too good on the penalty kill yesterday compared to Friday as well.
Giazza at the dot, lost the face-off. Cavalluzzo handles it. Paterson will try to apply whatever pressure they can. They got 20 seconds to do so before Ondick is set free. Zone entry, left point, it's Thompson. Left circle now, Thompson cross ice to his teammate. Plain let one go, top right point off the blocker of Auerbach. Into the slot. Thought about cocking to the high slot. It's still Thompson. Thompson let one go into the pads of Ben Auerbach. That was Braden Plain. And the power play has expired. We're at even strength here. Temple special teams coming up in a big moment. And with 3:57 to play, a face-off will come in Ben Auerbach's part of the country. And now won by Paterson. Top right, put deep. Moses back to play. Ondick off the boards. Back to it. Mulholland comes out of his crease. Easy to his teammate. Past the stick, Cavalluzzo. Paterson deep. Moses, trapezoid. Janae to Ondick. Ondick cuffed up in that corner. Trying to get it out. It's now Ondick. Breakout here for Temple. Siff, little deke there. A nice another deke again. High slot. LeBombard tried to go cross ice. Just skated past the puck. LeBombard tied up in the corner. Backhand poke. Janae lets one go. Just couldn't reach. Kaiser now. Centering chance blocked down. Ondick in the back. Ondick turns around. Kaiser now to Moses. Moses point. Shot. Blocked down. Paterson. Kept in by Janae. Good job here by Temple with 2:44 to play. And up into the crease area, that was Andrew Kaiser on the doorstep. Janae lets one fire, blocked down. 2 straight blocks by number 21, Daniel Triunfo. Good job there by WPU, limiting Temple. 2:27 to play. It's now William Paterson controlling, and Ben Auerbach not fooled by that, trying to center, and a little extracurricular activity after. Networking at its finest. Let's see if he gets the job.
We saw a lot of this Friday and Saturday, and I expected to see even more today.
Looks like Josh Moses was trying to return the shirt, but forgot the receipt. Will there be any guilty parties out of this, Dylan?
Refs pointing to the William Paterson bench. Made a cross-checking signal. Dylan's right in there holding the...
Dylan's right in the thick of it right now.
He just allowed Kaiser to get into the penalty box,
he's
so
in
we
the
have
trenches.
doorman Dylan.
In the trenches. Let's just hope he doesn't cut out right at the climax like Friday night. Important to note that there is 2 minutes and 23 seconds to play in this period.
Well, before we get into the penalties, which Dylan will have, Temple, last time they were in the offensive zone, Moses and Gane both did a good job of holding the blue line. Unfortunately, Gane couldn't get that rocket slap shot, as William Paterson had 2 block shots on him on that offensive possession. What do you got for us, Dylan? Anything yet?
I think Dylan's trying to get an explanation on what exactly the refs are deciding here.
Looks like the refs are trying to figure out what they're deciding, too.
I think they're trying to reach a verdict. You'd have to think, I mean, I think you send 1 and 1 off here. I don't know exactly who.
We have 1 and 1 in the box right now. Looks like Kaiser in the box for Temple. I can't quite see the number who's in the box for Westchester.
You know, in a situation like that for Westchester, or excuse me, for William Paterson, number 21 in the box, that's Daniel Triunfo. And Triunfo just had a scoring opportunity moments ago. An important player for this William Paterson team. It's Giaz at the circle, and Kaiser's in the box. He'll have to sit some time, so William Paterson's going to be on the advantage here with 2:15 to play. And a stoppage of play will come, 2:12 to go.
Dylan, you have any penalty calls for us? Looks like he's still trying to figure it out over there as well.
Yeah, it seems like
a lot of confusion.
The explanation that the officials gave the scorers table wasn't quite clear cut.
I'd have to guess Kaiser had 4 minutes worth of penalties right there.
All right, so I can tell you what's going on.
All right, give it to us, Dylan.
So Kaiser is in for 4, and there's a coincidental on the other side. So there's 2 minutes for each player with roughing, but Kaiser got an extra for high sticking. Kaiser's argument is that the helmet got ripped off of his head, and it truly was when he came to the bench. It was off. The official did not have anything kind to say to Charles Giazza. Charles was asking about what's going on with the helmet ripping off. There was a 5-minute major, 2 in a game for the same exact thing in the Villanova game, if you remember. And then Kevin Ryder and Frank Bluss, the assistants of the Owls, were also yapping at the official, but the referee said, "I will send you to the locker room if you keep this up. I will not have any assistants doing this." So, not happy coaches or players on the Owls bench. Definitely something to look out for if Temple's going to get fewer calls in favor of them and more in favor of William Paterson. It's the flow of the game. You hope that officiating is unbiased, but there are a lot of choice words said between both parties here.
A lot on the line in this game, indeed, Dylan. As Mike mentioned, ECHA play earlier. Villanova lost to this team, William Paterson, last night, so they are undefeated in play. At the goal crease, Ben Auerbach, and a save, somehow a stoppage of play. Right there was Cole Skelly, who already has a mark in this game.
Dylan,
and I don't know exactly how Ben was able to save that. There was a lot of open crease there.
Did he save that?
Guys, I don't know, but Kyle Smedley cannot skate right now. He just got helped off to the bench with on 1 foot, so I'm not sure. We're going to keep you updated there.
Not good news for the Temple Owls. 15 Smedley has been a big part of the gutsiness, as Coach Carroll calls it.
I don't think he's going to keep playing. His head is rested against one of the poles here at the Igloo at Mount Laurel, and he's shaking his head.
Tough work here for the Temple Owls, who are already down 2-1 with 39 seconds to play in the first period. There's 15 left on the Kaiser penalty. Let's see if Temple can escape alive. It's Plain. High slot. Backhand looked at Huber. His teammate lets one go from the right point, and Auerbach makes the save with 26 seconds to play here in the first.
Only 4 seconds left on a penalty kill, but 26 seconds left in the period. So William Paterson probably going to have the puck on the offensive side of the ice for the rest of this period. So it's key for Temple to just make sure it's 2-1 at the end of one.
4 seconds to play on the Kaiser offense. A face-off is coming in Temple zone. After the officials sort something out with our score table, we will get you resumed here. Face-off, neutral draw. Handed out into neutral ice. It's Thompson. Calling for it, Plain. Turns around, past Cavaluzo. It's McDowell playing a hard stick on it. McDowell has been tough right around the blue line tonight for the Owls. A hard-working defenseman. 4 seconds to play here in the first period. 3 to go. 2-1. One act under our belts. 2 more to play. And a little extra talk for number 42, Ian Bowles, after the play. These two teams not getting along too well in the first period. It's a tight game here, 2-1. 2 more periods to play. I'm Taylor Snyder on the call. Don't you go anywhere. We got Dylan Coyle. He will be doing an intermission report here with a player of his choosing, and it appears he's got number 27 here, Mike Walker, coming with him.
Yeah, I do have number 27, Mike Walker, coming right with me. And Mike, you go from being down 2-0 and then finally slotting home that goal. Lead's cut in half. It feels like a different type of game. Is that the same way it feels for you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Before, I mean, it wasn't a great goal, but it went in. That's all that matters now.
So take us through that goal. Charles Giazza had the shot. It just dropped, and you were there.
Yeah, I mean, I was behind the net. Charles took the shot. I just kind of stood out in front. I saw the puck drop between his legs, and I just poked at it and went right in. So.
What are you looking forward to in the second period? Seems like it got really chippy at the end there. Is there going to be more of that?
No, I think we're going to try to stay more disciplined and just try to, we're down, so we're not trying to get any more penalties. We're just going to, I would say, we're just going to try to put pucks on net and, keep out of the box. So.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Best of luck going forward. All right. Send it back to you, Taylor.
That was number 27, Mike Walker, the freshman, with the lone mark tonight for the Temple Owls, who find themselves down 2-1 to the William Paterson Pioneers. 2 more periods to play. First intermission report coming your way. Stay tuned. Sound better than us, I think. I mean, how do I sound?
You sound good, but do I sound really good? There's not really many. I know there's some interference,
and
but there's not
back here
much.
In the second period, 19:39 to play. 13 shots to 10 in favor of William Paterson. It's Janae now, pinned back in the corner. Played alongside, chasing for the Pioneers. It's Marvin. It's now Thompson. High slot blocked down. It's Nick Van Allen. Oh, Nick Van Allen tried to get a play with it. Would have had a wide open breakaway. Just couldn't find the puck. And now it's Janae taking his time with 19:12 to go. A first period that for the most part was played pretty well by the William Paterson Pioneers. Temple, good job in the back nine of really trying to tighten this back up. A power play, a goal from Mike Walker, number 27. Walker has been playing well so far this season for the Owls. A shot left point blocked down. Getting on that was Charles Giazza, and I think it may have deflected into a William Paterson player. That's Marvin down on the ice, number 17.
I think Marvin got hit with the shot. Sounded like it hit a skate or something.
And Marvin in a great deal of pain. Second player to go down tonight for the William Paterson Pioneers.
One of the worst things is getting in front of your own teammate's shot, and Marvin did get in front of his own teammate's shot. Looks like he's all good, getting up and skating off on his own power pretty easily, so that's a good thing for him.
Medical staff going to check him out, make sure he's okay. A lot of injuries tonight. The only one for the Owls was Smedley, number 15, who was injured in pregame warm-up. Smedley is not out there. Not anticipated to return in this contest, was in a great deal of pain in the first period. And a stoppage against William Paterson with 18:43 to go. And a correction here in the second period. It is important to note there is a jersey malfunction. We have a jersey identity crisis here. Number 18 is not Jack Pierce. That is Alex Maglio. Maglio was wearing 14 Crossan's jersey in pregame warmups. A change of scenery for him. Number 18, see how he likes it.
Yeah, he's going to be wearing number 88 once his jersey does come in. But for the meantime, he's Jack Pierce.
Yep, Jack Pierce indeed. Alex Jack Pierce Maglio. Family friends. William Paterson now around the boards. It's Bladen Reed. First to it. Fowler, a chip off the boards. Coming in pretty hot was Reed. He was ready to lay the iron. And Will Green, an aggressive
Oh, man, that's got to be interference. There's going to be a draft horse power play coming up to the Owls. Referee spotted that.
A hit up high to Will Green. Guilty party was Triunfo. Number 21 for Paterson, and that's an easy call for an official. Will Green first to lay down the iron, but the retaliation comes from the Pioneers, so that'll cost them 2 minutes. 5-on-4 hockey in favor of the Owls, and indeed, Dylan, this is a draft horse power play.
First one of the game. We saw how beautiful it was Friday night against Villanova, but yesterday it wasn't so hot.
Yep. Head coach Pat Carroll said yesterday they got back to some bad habits they had last year, but Friday they were really paying attention to the system and executing it well. So that's why there's differences in the 2 days.
A one-time shot. Janae let go off the pipe into the slot. How did that not close? A setup from number 5, Giazza. Beauty from Janae.
Oh, Mike Walker was right on the doorstep, writing to set that in. Oh, man, a big collision.
And a huge collision between two WPU players.
There's
it's
gonna be
number
a penalty
15.
on Temple, too.
I think they're going to – I'm not sure what happened right there. They're calling a tripping minor, and I think Matthew Gannett is the guilty party. I don't think he knows what's going on.
It was Brett Connon and Tom Bauer who collided 14-15 for WPU. And it looks like the freshman Janae is guilty, so just
nope,
like
it's
that.
going to be Charles Giazza. The referee said that he clipped his leg and he fell into him, but doesn't seem to be that way. We're going to have to check the replay out and let you know.
An iffy call indeed. A tough break for the Temple Owls, who just now started this power play. There's still 1:36 to go on that. So now it'll be even strength, and William Paterson's going to have a slight advantage once this expires. So a tough place for Temple, probably the opposite of what they wanted to happen there. But nonetheless, 11:36 to play here in the second. 4-on-4 coming your way. It's Kaiser tied up at the dot with DeAngelis. It's Reed on the backhand. It's Ondick. Ondick up through, breakout here. Puts on a deke, high slot, one more deke. Kaiser tried to clean up. Paterson, breakout here, moving up, right point. It's Cavalluzzo. Cavalluzzo to DeAngelis. DeAngelis now to the top, high slot. Skelly, sent it low, block down Janae. Ondick, breakout opportunity, high slot, sifting through, and a stick away from Mulholland, the goalkeeper. Brendan Ondick tried to beat two defenders. Neutral ice now. Paterson, it's Janae. Number 7, the freshman who had a great shot just moments ago, rang off the pipe. Would have tied this one up. And high slot is Reed wide open. Tried to connect with his teammate there on the doorstep. Was Brendan Ondick. Paterson quick to get the stick on it.
You know, just watch the replay of that penalty. That is a very, very soft call. Two skates got tangled up together, and it was around 2 seconds after that the two players for William Paterson collided. That's soft. That is really, really bad. We talked about the fighting earlier. If that would play into the game, well, it might have just done that.
Left point, Marvin to his teammate Plain. Marvin up top at the left. A deke around Ondick. Tried to beat him inside. Reed there to play. It's now Plain, left point. Plain. Marvin lets one go. Ricochets off the boards around and out of the zone all the way back to the other end of the ice. No icing will be called. It's now Braden Plain. Fresh legs coming on. Barberini. Fowler.
10 seconds left on this Richie's penalty kill.
Indeed, 15:43 to play in the second, so even strength hockey just right around the corner. If you're into even strength hockey, well, congratulations. You made it. Merry Christmas. 2 just like that. 5-on-5 hockey.
Smedley's back out on the ice right there.
Number 15, Kyle Smedley, has not been seen since the first. Left circle shot, Giazza played off the glove. Puck still loose. Giazza around. Right circle, tried to go to his forehand, and Cole
That puck was never covered, and it went in after the whistle.
Cole Mulholland never got a read on the puck. Puck was still live, and the whistles with an early whistle. It looks like Charles Giazza was right there on the goal mouth.
Maybe William Paterson not being happy with Temple's first goal because the whistle wasn't blown but the puck wasn't covered. Maybe the refs remembered that and were a little bit too quick to the whistle there.
A tough game tonight for both sides. The officiating has been questionable indeed. It's 2-1. A 15-15 remain in the second. So now it's Captain Charles, a chip up into the glove. Puck still live again. This is the second straight time a Giazza shot was still live. It was Van Allen with nothing but landscape, but an early whistle cost the Temple Owls.
Twice. I mean twice. You cannot let that happen twice. If you blow a quick whistle, you might want to wait an extra second or two next time. That didn't happen.
Nick Van Allen had his real estate license. He was ready to buy all of that property. Nothing but wide open net. I don't know why that whistle was blown in the first place. But nonetheless, it's Giazza again, same unit. Temple unable to get a line change, so now Van Allen. Van Allen, a shot there, slaying from Charles, right circle. Giazza dumps it back in. A chip off the boards. Now Paterson controls zone entry, left circle. It's a shot from King off the pad. Puck still loose, and it's Kyle Smedley back out there to play. It's now Van Allen back to his forehand. Players fall into the ice. Charles Giazza, an extra shove. That was Conant who fell down.
Okay, you got to be kidding me, right? Charles Giazza was just steamrolled into, never even touched the puck, and they're not even going to have a hand up or blow a whistle and call a penalty? Oh, man, you have reached a new level of me being annoyed here. There are just calls that are being absolutely blown.
Charles Giazza, a leader in every facet for the Owls, but not someone we always see to be too vocal tonight. Charles has been a little chippy out there, obviously a little frustrated with the score at the moment and the officials' calls. The captain on that last play. But here we go again. It's William Paterson. Blind shot, point break. A slang there. High shot again. Back-to-back saves. Auerbach. Now left circle controls off the deflection and it scores. From the shot, that was Dylan Crockett. Hit a stick in front. We'll have to see who gets credit for that. But William Paterson takes a 3-1 lead with 14:15 remaining in the second. It was Crock on the setup, a deflection.
I think Sean Murray got that goal. He deflected it, and Auerbach, he was in good position, but literally the only spot that puck could go in, just right by his left arm, hits the post and just squeaks inside. Tough break, but William Paterson capitalizes.
Dylan Crock is getting credit for the goal. He was the man at the point who took the shot, right?
Yeah, from the left circle.
So in that case, they're saying it hit off a Temple player going into net. I mean, it hit the post and in. Auerbach could not do anything about it.
Low slot. Auerbach stands tall, a pad save. Ben, 3 saves in under a minute, standing tall. Paterson trying to apply the pressure. A chip deep and into the breadbasket. A subtle play there from number 31, Ben Auerbach, makes it look easy.
Yeah, the position Sean Murray was in and the way he celebrated made it look like he got that goal, but
Murray was involved on the action. Shot from Crock. I guess they're going to give him credit for it. We'll have to see.
His teammates are congratulating him. That's all I know.
A tough play, let go. Pretty tough angle for Auerbach with a Temple defender in front of him. Just blocked down, went top high to low there. Off the deflection. That's always tough when it goes high to low off the deflection. A bouncing puck. Nearly impossible to read for a goaltender. And it's Green tangled up. Hard on Cavalluzzo. And now Fowler. Dylan, what do you got for us?
There's just more complaining from. Carry on, guys.
Never mind, we're back here. Don't leave us. And another stoppage of play. What has he got? That's a trip here. We got a delayed penalty call.
On William Paterson, I believe. Interesting.
So
I'm going to give a non-celebratory but celebratory round of applause. Yay. Because finally there's a call that goes the Finally there's a call that goes the Owls' way because there was a stick in the midsection of one of the Owls skating through the defensive zone into the neutral zone and there was no call given. So The guys on the in the box right next to me, the scores table, are having a laugh because they've seen me frustrated very much, and I'm sure you guys are too.
So let me get this straight here at 13:30 in the second. Dylan Coyle now agrees with the call. A big, big moment, not just for Temple Ice Hockey, but for the entire ECHA. Auerbach, easy play back to Giazza. Cavalluzzo hard on the forecheck. Excuse me, the back check. It's Gane now, left circle to Ondick, back to Gane. Ondick again, zone entry, left point. Blocked down, it was Huber. And so Temple now with 1:28 to play on the power play will try to break out. It's Janae, now Ondick. Zone entry, Deke, left point, Ondick, back pedals, breaks, centers across ice, couldn't reach Van Allen.
Oh, man, that's the play. You just want to have Ondick put a shot on that.
Brendan Ondick, number 10 out there, wearing the A, the assistant captain. It's now left circle, cocked back, Janae high slot, left circle, Ondick. Janae lets one go, blocked down, William Paterson, and the puck is cleared again with 59 seconds to go here on the Temple advantage.
That's the fourth time today Gane has had his shot blocked.
You got to give it to William Paterson at some point. They're doing a great job of getting in shooting lanes.
Sticks on ice at all times. They're really disrupting those passing zones, Dylan. Temple's not really doing too good of a job in this period of connecting on their advantage passes. It's Giazza, right circle, let one go, played up into the plexi and up into the net. So now with 12:14 to play here in the second period, William Paterson controlling the shots.
We're a minute 22 through this second power play for Temple, and not much has changed from the Westchester game yesterday. Not moving, not passing the puck as well as they were against Nova, and big part of it, Matthew Gane just flat out can't get a shot on net. Controlling
the shots in the scoreboard by 2. Temple could really use one here. 28 to play on the power play. It's Kaiser promenading in the left corner with 3 Paterson defenders. Falling to the ice, it's now Green. Makes up for the mishap, and off the board, a good play, and here comes the zone entry. We got a 2-on-1, could be an odd man rush. A deep low slot, still loose, and a puck trying to go around was Adam Marvin. A great defensive play by Reed, and an easy slow ball right to Ben Auerbach, and he's seen enough of that with 1 second remaining on the power play. A great kill by Paterson.
That defensive play by Reed got started all the way back in the Owls offensive zone. There was a 2-on-1 break for William Paterson. He was facing the wrong way, but he got on his horse, turned around, and booked it back, and he was able to break that up, or it would be 4-1 Pioneers right now.
Guys, I have a question. Was Ben Auerbach just run into?
From my line of sight, I was not focused on Ben. I was more focused on the puck, but could have been.
I think he was run into by his own teammate. I don't think a William Paterson player ran into him. It was tough to see. There was a lot of bodies flying around.
Well, Paterson's got to be careful there. That's David Rezzolini, who got really up close and personal there, number 13 with Ben. Ben actually chipped at him right there. And what do we got here? Some networking going on between Garrett Russell.
Some business cards.
Excuse me, not Garrett. Is that Garrett Russell, number 26 out there for the
Yes.
Owls? Indeed it is. Have not heard his name much tonight in this contest.
Russ is a little scrappy guy. He can handle it.
It is indeed. I was surprised myself. And now Barberini. 38 here, it's McDowell. Paterson applying the forecheck. It's Marvin. Stick knock loose. McDougal had to go retrieve it. Not sure what happened there. And knocked down, tried to go high-low again. A very similar shot from moments ago. Paterson still loose, low slot. Picked up Garrett Russell on the breakout through neutral ice. And now it's right point, zone entry. Russell takes a shot, stays hard. Russell now on the ice. Paterson quick to intercept.
Okay, I'm sorry. The guy was just can open, just slew footing with the stick. This is ridiculous, guys. The bench is not happy there. There was no call made. It was right in front of the crease, and now they're calling an icing when Van Allen was the first one to get there. This bench is livid, and frankly, so am I.
Nick Van Allen, number 25, probably the fastest I've ever seen him skate. A great effort, but nonetheless, a series of unfortunate events have put a face-off in the Temple zone. And it's still a 3-1 William Paterson lead here with 10:32 to play in the second frame.
Yeah, Dylan, it's one thing if they miss one call. It's one thing if they miss another call. But it's something else if it's the fourth or fifth missed call this period, let alone in the game.
Pat Carroll just yelled, get in the right position, because I mean, that's the biggest thing. The referees are not getting themselves in the correct position to make these calls. This is just an atrocity.
An official's got to be careful there. That was McDougal coming in hard. In the back corner, right to your TV screen, Rittenhouse. Coming up in the trapezoid. Paterson now. A cycle. A deke by King. Played up. Official's got his arms up, and we got a delayed penalty call coming up. A trip will be called. And an extracurricular. It's now McDougal, who had his stick knocked away about a moment ago by number 11, Rhyme Halney. And I don't think he was too happy about that.
Looks like McDougal's going to the box.
That was retaliation for moments ago. He looked very confused that there was not a call. McDougal, free real estate on the ice, had to go pick up his stick off the play. Seemed like he wanted to call there, and I think that's what the frustration is stemming from.
The Owls are forced to kill another penalty here. Down 3-1 halfway through the second.
A tough spot to be in indeed, Mike. 9:52. From my side, it looks like a 4. From everyone else's, from the right, it's a 9.
Especially that netting right there.
100%.
give a clear line of
9:44. 9:43. There we go. 9:42 to play. Second period. 1:41 left on the power play. It's a 5-on-4. Richie's penalty kill for the Owls. And now Paterson, left point, and broken up on the play. A great defensive play by Sean Fowler. Fowler quick to get back. Excellent work by the Killers. Neutral ice. Fowler, easy. Left point, zone entry, Green. Green, left circle. Thought about it, thinks twice. Cox back, Green. Looks up. Paterson just too much, overpowers him. Zone entry. Right circle. It's Skelly. Has a mark tonight in this game. High slot. DeAngelis, a one-time shot into the glove of Ben Auerbach. Letting the juice loose was Walter Kuiper, and Ben Auerbach with a nice, easy save to keep this at 3-1.
It looks like they were trying to eye up that play, this whole power play. We're the Pioneers, but Auerbach sniffs it out, goes post to post, makes a clean glove save.
8:55 to play in the second period. 56 seconds remain on the McDougal power play.
Smedley's out on a penalty kill. Be a good way to test out his foot.
Kyle Smedley. Number 9, it's now Braden Plain who whiffed on it. It was Giazza, kept in still. There to play is Van Allen. Had a quick stick on the ice. Good job by 2-5 there. Puck put deep, no icing to be called, so it's Mulholland. And now Paterson will break out. With 29 seconds to go on the Ian McDougal offense, a retaliation call from McDougal. Put him in the box for 2 minutes. Barberini chops at it. A nice easy stab by Giazza, kept him honest, but it's a shot right circle slung. That was Braden Plain. Ben Auerbach moving all over the chance. And following up was number 88, Scott Huber. Ben Auerbach standing square to the puck. Still 3-1 here.
Huber just tried a one-time the bouncing puck, and it's a little flutter knuckleball going in on net. Auerbach sliding. Could have caught him off guard, but he does a great job of keeping his eyes on the puck and snagging it with his trapper.
Face-off, Temple zone. Barberini beat out. Tied up with King. Puck loose at the skates. Officials telling them to play on. Puck is still moving, caught in between Barberini. Finally played out, loose, it's Plain. A backhand. Kaiser tied up on the boards now. And a stoppage of play here. The official has something to say.
Remember, when the man without the orange armband has his arm up, it's just a line infraction, whether it's offsides or hand pass, something like that. If an official with the orange band, that means that there's a call coming up.
Infraction, and now they got to move a face-off to neutral ice. It's going to come close to Auerbach to his right, and it's Kaiser's line who still is out there for the Owls. So now it's Moses to Janae. And Temple will try to break out. Easy to chip back in. Temple's got to do a better job of forechecking in this period. Puck has not stayed down in the Paterson zone for too long. Low slot, Paterson lets one go, winds loose, blocked down Janae. And from point blank range, square to Auerbach, going wide with it was Kroc. And now Temple. Here we go, LeBombard, right. Shot goes into the plexi, still live. Playing up in the back, it's LeBombard with Kaiser. And Kaiser and Janae going back and forth. Kaiser cross ice, wide open crease, just off. LeBombard in the trapezoid, tied up. Ondick now plays head up. Turns around, it's Kaiser, he finds him. Number 44, LeBombard. And Ondick right into the slot, low, standing square to it was Mulholland, and extracurricular activities going on. Cole Mulholland, not too pleased.
Well, Ondick was just trying to fish for the puck out front. He gets tangled up with the goalie. He wasn't trying to maliciously hit him, but then he gets a cross-check in the back because he's near him when all he was trying to do was get off. But I didn't see who cross-checked him, but whoever cross-checked him didn't help Ondick get off their goalie.
I think we might be having a penalty coming up against William Paterson here. I'm not sure.
You'd have to think, I mean, Mulholland, number 29, quite the retaliation after the fact. Full shoulder turn for my angle. Was not too happy about Brendan Ondick, who I think was just trying to get his favorite color.
Dylan Kroc did give a mean cross-check to the back.
It was originally coincidental. Now it's going to be 4-on-4. There's different calls being given to each player. Not sure what they are yet. Garrett Russell's main argument is he just stood there, and the official who brought him and guided him to the box said that's the issue. You didn't move. And Russell said, well, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to just run away from that? And, I mean, he has a point. The other side is, you know, you don't want to just continue to stay there, but at the same time, if he's not the aggressor, then, you know, he kind of just baited him into going to the box. It's 4-on-4 hockey. The team with more speed is going to win out here.
Playing with a shot from the circle, Auerbach made the save, and now another stoppage just 2 seconds later. So same draw, same situation, only this time it'll come in neutral ice.
In response to what you just said, Dylan, I don't think any hockey player in this whole entire world is going to walk away from a confrontation. So I'm not too sure what the ref's reasoning is there.
So we got even 4-on-4. Russell and Thompson guilty. There's 2:16 to play. Paterson's controlling now through neutral ice, moving up with it. That's Tom Bauer. Kaiser able to push it out. Nice play on the tightrope. Giazza back there for the Owls. Up through the high slot. It's Marvin. Tried to beat him on the inside, couldn't. Smedley now. Past the stick of LeBombard. LeBombard, zone entry, right circle, backhand to Kaiser. Kaiser too far out. And now it's Paterson again. Quick defense to offense. A familiar sight this period. It's Marvin. Marvin to his teammate, letting one go, was plain left circle. Saved Auerbach.
Hey guys, the question we were all asking is why is it 4-on-4? Typically it's going to always be 5-on-5 as an offsides call. William Paterson there. 1:33 left in the period. Typically, if it's two guys going all for the same exact minor, those are always, they're never not coincidental minors. That's the very namesake that it takes. When it's coincidental, both guys go to the box and stay in there until 2 minutes and then the next whistle. So as to, originally it was motion that was going to be 5-on-5. As to why it's 4-on-4, we're kind of questioning it over here too in the scorer's table. We don't really know.
Interesting move and tactic by the officials who have definitely stirred the emotions of a lot of people tonight. It's Bladen Reed winding up top right, went wide. Still 19 to remain on both of the offenses. There's 1:04 in the period. Bladen Reed again, same spot, shot let go. Hello slot LeBombard on the doorstep, couldn't close. Ondick, backhand, Janae, forehand, Ondick. Deke, Ondick, another Deke, into the slot, blocked out. Paterson, a ricochet off the boards, drives out, and Temple forced to retrieve with 41 seconds to play in the second period. Janae makes friends with King. Van Allen, touch pass. Walker now, zone entry, left point. Walker tried to go back to 4. Paterson, good defensive play. It's Barberini, low slot, high slot. Barberini to Bladen Reed. Follow-up opportunity. Puck still loose. Shot scores. Comes sail away. Captain Charles cuts the lead to 1.
Great job by the Owls not giving up on that play. Mike Walker, I think it was Bladen Reed who had the original shot. Mike Walker got the rebound, couldn't get it through. The puck still stayed there. Captain Charles follows it up and is able to flitter that puck into the back of the net. Not the prettiest goal, but you'll take it with 19 seconds left here in the second period.
Hey, a goal's a goal. Charles Giazza didn't give up on the play, and neither did his line mates either.
Charles Giazza, number 5, the captain, will get the mark, and that's huge for the Temple Owls. 11 seconds to play in the second. Going deep is Walker, 7 to go, 6-5. Paterson, maybe one last attempt, but they will not get it. So with 2 periods down, chippy, aggressive, questionable, controversial, and exciting all at the same time. It's a 3-2 William Paterson lead. The visitors leading the home Owls. Don't you go anywhere. Dylan Coyle, our head producer, is joined by Captain Charles Giazza, number 5. I'm going to send it down to Mr. Coyle himself.
Well, thank you very much, Taylor. I'm with the scorer of the second goal for the Owls, Charles Giazza. It seemed like there was just chaos right there. Take us through that.
Yeah, we were just we drove the puck in down the left side, and we had control, and then VA got it, threw it to the net, which is just what we're supposed to do. This goalie's been giving up some rebounds. Threw it to the net. I was kind of tangled up. I saw Walker come flying in. I see the puck on my stick. Put it on net as hard as I could. It wasn't very hard because it was on the backhand rolling around, but it trickled in. Now we're back in this game. So
it seems like it's a little bit of salvation, especially coming from how the entire second period went there. A lot of calls going against the Owls. What's been going on with that?
Yeah, ref's a little hot-headed. He doesn't seem to like us right now. I don't know what's going on, but we're going to clean that up in the third period, hopefully get some power plays and win this game.
Well, scoring in the last minute is always the recipe for success going into the third. Thanks very much, Charles.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dylan Coyle, with the captain himself, Charles Giazza, who scored just moments ago to cut this lead to 1. At the end of 2, it's the William Paterson Pioneers 3, the Temple Owls 2. Don't you go. And welcome back here to the Igloo in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Apologies, technical difficulties here. This is the 3rd straight conference game for Temple in a row, and it is the 3rd straight game for the media team. It is Sunday, definitely our struggles, but we're happy you're here to join us, and we're happy the stream is working now. We still got 14:02 to play in this period. And oh, by the way, while you were gone, from the left point, number 7, Matthew Janae, the freshman, tied it up. It is a 3-3 hockey game. Still plenty of time, 13:50 on the clock now. Evened up. A Charles Giazza mark at the end of the second brought it within 1. The Temple Owls fighting back here, playing a William Paterson team who's 1-0 in the conference, a 5-4 win over Villanova last night. Temple losing to former ECHA champion, 2019 champion, Westchester Rams yesterday, 6-1. A lot of conference play going on. And this game matters for sure for both sides. We'll see how this unfolds. It is now Walker. Giazza up through neutral ice, past the trolley tracks, left point entry. Cavalluzzo stick to it, and a delayed call coming from the official. Let's see what it is, a hooking call indeed. And so, Dylan, can you tell me what exactly just happened there?
Trying to figure it out right now, but what we do know is
like
that
it's Thompson, number 81.
Yes, so Thompson's in the box. The Owls are going to go on the draft horse power play, and they could be up by the end of it.
A big opportunity for the Owls. Janae tied it up moments ago. Can they take the lead? It is LeBombard now to Kaiser. High slot Smedley. Left circle. Kaiser fires at the right of the net. Reed backhand to LeBombard. LeBombard tied up. Kaiser, left circle to the high slot. Back to the left circle. Kaiser lets one go, blocked down by Skelly and cleared out with 1:32 to go on the Paterson offense.
Another William Paterson block shot.
12:35 to go, 1:24 to go. Paterson, as you mentioned, Mike, doing a phenomenal job of getting in the lanes. Temple has not really had a clean stick tonight. Paterson, good job doing that. It's Green now, trying to get into the low slot. It's now high slot Reed. Reed lets it go wide left of the net. Rebound, it was Kaiser. And Kaiser able to keep it in. Janae now, who had the goal just moments ago. Low slot, LeBombard lets one go, and a block shot in front from William Paterson.
Walter Kuiper was the man who got in the way of that shot. I'll tell you what, if there's one thing you can say about William Paterson, it's that they are not at all afraid to put the body on the line. Just absolutely brilliant right there. Just, great shooting position. There's nothing you can do when it's stuffed out like that.
Those are little things that wins games.
Indeed, Walter Kuiper, who had a mark last night in the win over Villanova, coming up big there with a block shot. Temple still has 50 seconds to go. 5-on-4, Draft Tours power play. Janae now high slot. One-timer, Giazza lets one go. Still loose at the pad. Trying to follow up Van Allen and frozen by Mulholland. It was Nick Van Allen off the one-timer trying to bury it. And Mulholland standing flat on his back. In relief, we still got a tie game with 11:48 to go.
Giazza and Gane all season long, their chemistry or their comfortability, I should say, with each other, passing it back and forth and getting one-timers off right there. Gane puts it right in Captain Charles's wheelhouse, and he just unleashes, but William Paterson was able to keep it out of the net.
Giazza on the draw for the Owls, one. Janae whiffed on the puck and now moving with it. It's going to be one-on-one, nothing but open ice. Bauer and a blocker save by Ben Auerbach. A huge save by 3-1. It was nothing but him and Tom Bauer on a one-on-one date there. Cross ice now. Walker whiffed with it. No icing cleared out by the officials. Ondick will be easy to the puck with just 10 seconds to go on the power play. This could be another blown chance for the Owls. It's Janae, zone entry, wrapped around at the left point. Paterson there, somehow kept in. High slot, Walker lets one go, blocked down in front. Van Allen now, centering pass, Giazza, shot blocked down again, William Paterson. And now moving with it is Bauer. Teams at 5-on-5, and we remain tied.
Guys, there's a lot of confusion. Sean Fowler came on the ice. There's a power play about to happen for William Paterson, and that's because of miscommunication on the bench.
Too many men on the ice. Mulholland has already skated to the bench.
It's not going to be too many men on the ice. I think it's going to be a trip. I'll explain what happened at the whistle.
And Temple finally able to touch up. The official will give Temple and Dylan an explanation. It's a trip right on the spot there, Mr. Coyle. So Temple now backs against the wall, down 5-on-4. It's going to be another Richie's penalty kill. With 10:36 to play, and it was Sean Fowler guilty.
So what happened is that Brendan Ondick, was coming off the bench at the end of that power play, but he was in place of a defenseman. So Sean Fowler was yelling to him that you are a demon, a demon's coming after you, or coming in for you. But Ondick went to the bench anyway. Fowler came on, had to act as a defenseman in the play, and he's the man who ended up getting the penalty because he was playing in a position that he is not a natural at.
5-on-4 advantage for the Pioneers with 1:43 to play. 10:17 on the clock. High slot, it's Plain. Stick on it, Kaiser. Kept in. Paterson. Easy. Plain on the one-timer. It was Kaiser. Got a stick in. Jabbed at it. Plain. High slot. To his teammate. Left circle. Lets one go. Fires and scores. Scott Huber puts the Pioneers up by 1.
Almost similar to how Captain Charles tried to score on the Owls power play, William Paterson does the same thing, slides it over to the right dot, or the right of Ben Auerbach, and just a one-timer beats him. And that's the second goal he's given up like that, one on each side of the dots.
A mental miscue comes back to bite the Temple Owls. Sean Fowler called for the trip, and the Pioneers cash in. It is 4-3, 10:03 to go in the final frame.
Those type of miscues, they can maybe take a team out of it because you just got back into the game, then something just slightly off like that could just take you out of it because now you're down by 1 when you feel like you shouldn't be down by 1.
And in a lot of pain right now is Brett Connon, number 15, just skated off for the Pioneers. He's limping to the locker room. Connon has blocked a lot of shots tonight for the Pioneers. Could be a result of the injury. It's now DeAngelis. Marvin lets one go, turned aside by Auerbach. Reed has the puck at his stick. It was Green. Tried to lift his way through. Jabbing at it was Skelly. It's Fowler. Tied up in the corner. Paterson controls. Behind the net. Falling to the ice. Tried to go backhand was Marvin. Auerbach moving left to right. Can't see the puck. sent from the point-blank range, went behind the net. Another shot wide left to Ben Auerbach, finally able to knock it down and freeze it up with 9:28 to play.
The Owls bench wanted to get a hooking call against, I'm not sure who it was, but Fowler had the puck, and he had a stick come in his midsection. He lost it, and that was a great chance for William Paterson, a great deflection, and Auerbach just so happened to be there to stop the puck from going in. But you can kind of sense that the tides and momentum have kind of swung after that.
With 9:26 to play, it's Paterson who finds himself up 4-3. It was Janae who tied it up in just within 2 minutes, into the third period. Paterson got the man up goal. Auerbach going left to right. Puck wide open shot from the left circle, still loose.
What a save.
Ben Auerbach was forced to make a pretty hefty save there. High slot now. One-time shot up into the net. Too much sauce. Braden Plain. 9:02 to play.
Auerbach did a great job sliding over, getting that puck in his chest, but the rebound stayed right in front of the slot. Then he just sprawls out that left pad. William Paterson can't get enough air under the puck, and Auerbach is able to keep it out and keep Temple within one.
He had no right to make that save, and he did it. Auerbach is unbelievable.
Ben
He never
Auerbach.
gives up on the play. He never does.
Ben Auerbach was a huge part of the game last year, close between Temple and William Paterson. Number 31 trusted with the number 1 role for a reason. William Paterson could have well more than 4 goals tonight. They have done a good job of forechecking in almost all 3 periods tonight. The Temple Owls had a great start to this third, but it was Paterson who got the Fowler tripping call in their favor, and that's why they have the 4-3 lead. With 8:38 to go, bouncing all over the place, eventually chipped into the Owl zone. Van Allen on the chase. Van Allen beat him on the inside. Walker tried to go backhand from behind the net. Walker to the front of the net of Charles Giazza. One-timer, low slot, couldn't close.
Giazza had him.
And there's
Beautiful
a lot
pass.
of chirping going on between Paterson. A check in the back there, I believe, from number 13 on Paterson. Giazza getting chippy. 8:08 to play. Giazza behind him. A backhand miscommunication, so the puck just flies all over the place. It's eventually going to be controlled by Smedley, who will get tag team in the back corner. Patterson keeping it deep. Now in the high slot, let it go. Huber shot and a score! A double dose for Scott Huber, and the William Paterson Pioneers extend their lead to 2.
That was just a seeing eye shot. He sends it in from the point. It finds its way through all the bodies, and Auerbach just can't locate it quick enough, and it squeaks by him. And now, just like that, William Paterson regains that 2-goal lead that Temple fought back from.
Scott Huber, number 88, put the Pioneers in front, and he has just added some insurance. A huge contributor in this third period, and Temple, with just 7:45 to go, has in a 2-goal hole now. Not good for the Owls. Puck loose in front. Auerbach still loose in the low slot. Eventually to LeBombard. A nice easy chip. It's on to sift through. Try to beat low slot. A delay penalty call coming up against the Pioneers. Temple's going to have an advantage. It's LeBombard and touched up by the Pioneers. A trip coming. It's going to be a hook.
You know, guys, I just want to make a point about the reason why William Paterson is up. It's strictly down to the hustle of the Pioneers in this game. They're getting men in front of shots. They're getting men in shooting lanes. But on the other side, the Owls are just letting William Paterson take shots from the point. So many of them have ended up past Auerbach today just simply because there's screens. There's men not.
And now one on the draw by Giazza, kept in, low slot Van Allen. Giazza backhand, tried to connect Walker, couldn't. Walker tied up. Cleared out, it's Bauer, gets it deep, and Temple forced to retrieve. 1:45 to play. In the box, it was Walter Kuiper who was guilty of the hook. And Temple finds themselves down 2 goals. This would be a time to get 1. Ondick. And a tie-up with Skelly. Kicked up, it's Janae. Janae, top left, lets one go into the glove of Mulholland, Matt Janae. With 1:25 to play on the power play, it was Janae who got the first goal of the third period from that exact spot.
Hard shot by Janae, good shot, but Nick Van Allen and Mike Walker really didn't get in the eye line of the goalie, and he can just see it all the way through right into the trapper.
It's Gane out there in the high slot with Ondick. Ondick, a little back pose, got that out. So now in neutral ice, Temple will be forced to retrieve. Captain Charles sent it around. Play around the boards and a chip in. 1:08 to go on the power play. Went all the way cross ice to Auerbach's stick. Had to be easy there. On the forecheck was William Paterson. That was Cavalluzzo. And now coming up with it with 6:21 is Brendan Ondick in the box for the Pioneers is Kuiper. Ondick now around the right circle, swifts through, closed in. Ondick going backwards, hands held high. Smedley kicked aside, and now we could have an odd man rush. Moving up with it is Cavalluzzo. Cavalluzzo, can he connect to DeAngelis? And a nice defensive play by Smedley to break up the odd man rush. With 31 seconds to play on the power play. 5-3 still, Pioneers lead, 5:51 to go on the clock. Temple just trying to break out. Paterson doing a good job of applying the pressure. It's Huber with 2 goals in this period alone. And now DeAngelis moving up in the zone, right point. DeAngelis, centering pass, tried to reach his teammate, couldn't close. A check laid on, 7 seconds to go on the offense, 5 seconds to go, and another chance for the Owls to capitalize on the power play, and they could not do it. And we're back at even strength hockey with 5:22 to play.
As Coach Carroll mentioned earlier, some of the old habits, not moving on the power play, not being crisp with your passes, and not being able just to flat out enter the offensive zone even though you're up a man.
And a William Paterson player having a discussion with the official. Fresh legs coming on the ice. Coming on is Maglio, Alex Maglio, who's wearing number 18, Jack Pierce's jersey. Maglio making his Owls debut tonight. Was on the practice squad for most of this season, finally able to play in this one. Be interesting to see how he fuels with his team for the rest of the team. How he fuels, how he flows, gels. One of the 3. Barberini now with a nice shot. Temple just trying to put it into the Paterson zone and create more chances for themselves. They have not done too well of that at even strength in this period.
They got to get out of their own zone first.
Maglio overskated. Now up top, it's Fowler. Left circle, Fowler, a deflection from Maglio. Couldn't reach. It's Green. Sifting through, looks down through the slot. There to play it was Plain, now it's Plain. Plain pitchforks it in all the way to Ben Auerbach's net, and he is forced to freeze that puck up with 4:37 to play. (46-32) shots in favor of the Pioneers. It has been close relatively for most of this game, but in this third period alone specifically, William Paterson has done a great job of making Ben Auerbach work. Without a doubt, a top 5 goalie in this entire conference. Ben Auerbach, one of the best at what he does. He has been worked tonight, faced with a challenge indeed. It's Van Allen, high slot. Van Allen now, Giazza takes a shot, goes wide right of the net, Giazza. It's now Walker, blindly passes that, and William Paterson able to get it out again. Temple cannot keep it in their zone. Icing is called against the Pioneers.
Really, the only time Temple's been in William Paterson's zone outside the first couple minutes where they got that third goal, it's just been on offensive zone faceoffs, and it's just because of the matter of physics and math. They're going to have to be in that zone for some amount of time before it gets cleared out.
Indeed, you are correct, Mike. Not enough. Charles Giaz at the dot, number 5. Tangled up, it's Van Allen. Right along the red line to the slot. Walker didn't see it in time. And it's now William Paterson moving up. Zone entry right, it's King. Turned aside, it's Ben Auerbach. Will push it off the boards. On the catch was Walker. The freshman has a goal tonight, Mike Walker, number 27. Bowles pushes it to his teammate. It's Reed. Reed forced to go back and get it now. And eventually controlled. Left point, put in deep by Paterson. In the back of the trapezoid, tried to put one in the slot. It was Giazza there. Left circle. Paterson. And a tie-up. Giazza on the boards. Eventually falling to the ground, and a delayed penalty call is coming. And an extra little shot at the end. It's hard to tell from my angle, but a Paterson player went down. And it looks like Temple is going to be guilty. I think it was Bladen Reed.
Yep, Bladen Reed got a little extracurricular with Picaro. I guess he really wanted to tell him how much he appreciates him.
A lot of networking going on in this game. I'm sure a lot of guys will have jobs after this.
A lot of LinkedIn connections will be made today.
Business cards exchanged. And it was 81 Bladen Reed. So just like that, William Paterson is going to have a 5-on-4 advantage. You got 3:21 in the third period here, and you're down 2 goals. Mike, not really ideal, let's say, for the Temple Owls.
Definitely not ideal, especially being on a penalty kill, and they couldn't even get the puck out of their own zone on 5-on-5. So interested to see how they're going to manage to kill this one off.
Temple will absolutely need to kill this if they want to walk out of here with a victory. They're down 2. Auerbach forced to make a save off the one time. And so a stoppage of play will come. 3:11 to go. Still 150 on that power play. Bladen Reed, a little extracurricular, a shove after the play. The officials had seen enough. Controversial in many ways tonight on both sides. Talking to players off the ice. Both sides not too pleased with the calls tonight. But nonetheless, the score remains what it does. With 2:58 to play, there's 1:36 left on the redefense.
I'm sure William Paterson, showing no worries right now, would love to see seconds come off that clock, so they're taking their good old time.
Patterson, nice and easy on the breakout. Very structured right now, doing a good job of setting up. Marvin shot through, and the official has a high stick. And this is interesting now, Mike, because just moments ago, Bladen Reed goes in the box, and now they're going to call it. I was waiting to see who it was on. It's going to go to Tom Bauer, so we're going to go on a Richie's, I guess, penalty kill now to a draft horse, even strength, if that even makes sense.
We're 4
The
on 4.
sponsors, it's a boat of sponsors right now, and one side's tipping over.
Sponsored by everybody, this 4 on 4. But open ice for Brendan Ondick, who has the puck right now.
Tonight's broadcast sponsored by Wawa, official hoagie of Alex Barberini. 2:30 to go. And now sent high slot, that was Smedley. 15, he was banged up in the first. Back out there for the second and third. Taking a shot was Kaiser. A breakout here. It's Cavalluzzo. Found it at his footing, soccer style. Zone entry, left point, blocked out. It was Kyle Smedley, got a stick on it, so another stoppage of play. Only 2:12 remains in regulation. 52 seconds to go until Bladen Reed is free of his offenses. But there's 1:34 to go on the high stick, which put Tom Bauer in there. And I think we're going to get a timeout here. Probably the good idea for the Temple Owls here. Down 2 goals, 2:12 to play. You're going to have a slight advantage here, Mike. Temple has not done a great job, as you mentioned, of keeping it in their zone. And by physics, if it's not going to be in their zone, they're not going to score. For me, though, what I'm really interested in this period, and they did a good job of it in the second, the neutral ice, controlling the puck in neutral ice really translated well to the zone entries. In this period alone, it's very sloppy in neutral ice, and it seems like they're either in this zone or behind the trolley tracks, and rarely in that zone. What needs to change in this, on the overall fluidity of this?
The transition game just needs to be a lot cleaner, and it starts in the defensive zone. Really in the first period, you saw it a lot too. Just the inability to get out of your own zone, and you're not going to score from a zone. That's just not going to happen. And whether it's they're just wrapping around the boards back and forth, playing slingshot between it, and there's really nothing productive coming from the defensive zone, transitioning into the neutral zone, then offense to get some chances. And through the neutral zone, they're not clean. And in the offensive zone, I can only count outside of Ganet's goal and Captain Charles Giazza's big chance midway through the period. There really hasn't been a lot of high dangerous scoring opportunities. So not too crisp from Temple. In the second period, they did a good job of that, but in the third period, kind of losing their way a little bit.
High danger scoring opportunities, obviously what you opt for, but for the Owls right now, they're going to probably just have to take quantity over quality shots on net. There's just not enough of that in this period.
And you have to take advantage of this 4-on-4.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. There's 2:02 left in the third period, and it's Janae with the lone goal this period for the Owls, who's in that back corner, playing up tightly with Thompson. It's Scott Huber with the 2 goals for the Pioneers in this period. The reason they're up 5-3. With 1:43 to play, 22 seconds to go on the redefense. He'll be freed soon. And the shot cross ice, couldn't reach, deflected wide. Now Temple controls. It's Kaiser, zone entry, left point. Kaiser keeps the gas flowing. Kaiser took a shot there from Huber. Huber harder on the check. Bigger man beats him. And Temple looks exhausted. Andrew Kaiser is dogging on the way back. And an empty net goal from the William Paterson Pioneers is going to seal this one for them. A 6-3 lead with 1:19 to go.
40 seconds of power play time left, but
Too little.
not too much that's going to do for you.
Too little, too late for the Owls. Andrew Hazer got beat on the check. Just plain and simple from Scott Huber. The Owls net wide open. Auerbach came off. Extra attacker came on for the Owls. Tough. Part of the sport of hockey, the gamble you take late in games, obviously down. It's definitely tough to see the Owls, though, tonight. This is their third straight conference game, and as I'm sure they will not want to use that as an excuse, definitely a lot of tired legs out there tonight.
Yep. 3 games in 3 days is never easy, no matter what sport it is.
It's Ian Bowles, the Texan. Ian Bowles sent one cross ice. It's Maglio making his debut tonight for the Owls. Overshot it. Eventually Green looked at Fowler, couldn't reach. Skelly with a goal tonight, beat him to the puck. 1 minute to go in regulation. 16 seconds remain on the man up here for the Owls. They're down 3 goals. Paterson, it's closing time. 44 seconds to go. Ben Auerbach, tough task tonight. The goalie obviously was phenomenal against Villanova. In this game, though, just really tough. Stood his ground for most of the competition, but Temple just not enough. Back check. Forecheck didn't really help him out too much. 28 seconds to go. Paterson here. It's getting chippy. Hockey's being talked. My favorite language. Fowler now getting aggressive. In the slot was Maglio. Couldn't close. It's Green now. Green backhand. It's getting chippy. 12 seconds to play. Fowler looks up. Thought about dishing it in. Fowler back pedals, dishes it in now. It was Maglio, couldn't connect, and now nothing but open ice. 2 seconds to play, and just like that, 3 periods under our belt. A victory to the visitors, a loss to the good guys. And the William Paterson Pioneers advance to 3-1 on the season, 2-0 in conference play. The Temple Owls falling to 1-2 in conference play and 5-4 on the season. A tough game for Coach Carroll's group, Pat Carroll's group. The Temple Owls in their 3rd straight game of the weekend. Happened to be the 3rd straight conference game. Unable to close it out tonight. Janae got a mark, Giaz got a mark, and Mike Walker got another mark, number 27. Paterson, Mike, a little too much for Temple in this game. They were definitely inspired from that Villanova victory last night. A lot of things went wrong from Temple, but I want to focus more on William Paterson because they are a really good team. What did they do specifically well that just canceled out Temple tonight?
They brought the effort for 60 minutes. It's almost as simple as that. In the Templeville's coach's corner before the game, Coach Carroll told me he wants to get 60 minutes out of the Owls today, and he wasn't able to do that. But the Pioneers, they were able to get 60 minutes out of every single one of their players. They were diving on the ground, blocking shots, sliding on their stomach, the full length of the zone to get in passing lanes, really active on a penalty kill, attacking pucks, really wanting to get the puck battles and not afraid to deliver a hit here or there, even when it was later in the game. So full 60 minutes from William Paterson Pioneers, and you got about a 30-minute game from the Temple Owls.
Not good for the Temple Owls, and you followed a 1-2 in conference play. You started out 1-0. Obviously, you're riding high on the emotions. You beat your arch rival. It's a tough spot to be in for Temple, but there is still a lot of ground to play. There's a lot of opportunity here for this team. There's a lot of freshmen. We mentioned that every single game, and they stepped up in a big way tonight. Obviously, Janae and Walker both getting on the board.
Yep, Michael Walker, he has 2 goals through this 3-game weekend, so he has 2 ECHA goals in his first season. So it is good to see him kind of get on the score sheet, find his game, maybe get a little confidence into him. But this weekend, you're going to learn a lot about the team, whether they